Am I the asshole? For calling my wife selfish after she told me to abandon our daughter for a week? English is not my first language, so I apologize for any minor errors you may find. I am married to my wife, and we have a beautiful 3-year-old little girl together. Now, if I'm being honest, our daughter is definitely growing up to be a typical daddy's girl. Her first word was dada. Her first steps were spent walking over to me. Whenever she wants a hug, she reaches out to me, and whenever we feed her, my wife struggles to get her to open her mouth to actually eat. While she'll eat anything I try to give her without hesitation. Yesterday, after we put our daughter to bed, my wife asked to speak with me about something important. She pulled me aside and said she was worried about our daughter's behavior. She said she was worried about her growing up, not loving her mother as much as her father. I was sympathetic towards her because I definitely thought the same thing for a little while. I told her she should sign up for a mommy and me class because it would be a great opportunity for them to bond, but she said she's too busy to do something like that. So I asked what she wanted to do, and her answer shocked me. She said she'd like me to leave the house for a week to stay with my sister without telling my daughter first. She said that would practically force her and our daughter to bond. I said absolutely not. To me, that sounded like the worst plan in the history of mankind. She tried to convince me, saying it was the best option. I called her selfish and told her she was out of her mind to expect me to abandon our daughter when she's so young for any amount of time. She said that I was actually the selfish one for hogging my daughter's attention and called me an asshole. She then stormed into the guest bedroom and slept there for the night. And today she's done nothing but ignore me, and whenever she sees me do anything with our daughter, she glares at me. I'm pretty confident I'm in the right, but I've still gotta ask. Am I the asshole? I'm too well. Not the asshole, just stay home. My kids were in phases, also daddy's kids. But one thing, are you as strict as she, or are you the fun parent? And is she having to do the negative parent stuff? We had conversations about it. I cannot always be the parent who says it is bedtime, and dad the one who says nothing or even says 5 more minutes. It did make a difference, and parenting is a team job. Nena. Info, why without telling my daughter first? This tiny detail is the strangest part of her request to me, and the biggest red flag. I get her wanting alone time and bonding time, though I don't think this method is the best way. But why would you not tell her that daddy is going on a trip or whatever first? Is she trying to traumatize her? Make her feel abandoned and unloved? Or is it innocuous somehow? I don't know, but it makes me nervous. Not the asshole, of course. Not the asshole. Isn't it normal for a kid to prefer one parent over another at this age? If she preferred her mom, would your wife willingly go stay elsewhere for a week so you could bond with your daughter? No. Stand your ground. Your wife is being unreasonable and sexist. Your wife doesn't have time to go to mommy and me classes, but she will be able to take care of your daughter alone for a week? Is she taking time to do fun things with your daughter? Maybe spend a week where you do the not-so-fun jobs, and she spends the week going to the park and playing, but you should definitely not leave the house. Not the asshole. You gave her a constructive, loving suggestion. She replied with a destructive, jealous suggestion. She wants you to cure things by vanishing without warning. It looks like your daughter prefers the person who reciprocates her love and has time for her. Do not ghost your daughter. Your wife sounds like she is struggling with some mental health issues. Don't leave your daughter alone with her for a week under any circumstances. Encourage your wife to get a mental health screening. Not the asshole. She doesn't have time for a mommy and me class. Really? Sounds to me like she just doesn't want to make an effort. This is so normal, especially since you work out of the house. You are a novelty while mom is always around. Do not do your wife's plan. It's a terrible idea and could upset your daughter a lot. Kids have favorites. She might stay a daddy's girl. She might not. She might switch back and forth several times. Nothing needs to change. Little ones go through phases where they favor one parent over the other. It's not a fun time for the non-favored parent. However, this request is extreme and, frankly, silly. The best way to sort of even it out is to be a happy family, showing affection towards each other, doing things together, you encouraging your little one to act favorably towards your spouse, etc. She's only 3. She's looking at both of you to learn how to navigate relationships. Most kids say, data first because D is easier than M. Info: how often does your wife have alone time with your daughter? Are you the fun parent, or are you an equal disciplinarian? Going away for a week is not a terrible idea, but you should definitely explain to your daughter that you are leaving to visit family, and will be back soon. Your wife needs time to establish herself as equally able to care for and comfort your daughter as you. I just wanted to say your English is very good. And if you're not confident enough to write informed paragraphs, then I absolutely appreciate you spacing out your sentences. It made this very readable, thank you. Info: is she the one who has to discipline the kid, and you're the fun parent? Not the asshole, but can your wife plan a mommy-daughter date every week where they go get ice cream or something? And you cover making dinner and chores? Your wife is insecure, and you should help. But definitely don't leave. Info: are you the fun parent? My guess would be, since mom is at home all the time, she's also the one who has to be the law, and has to do all not-so-fun aspects of parenting while you are out of the house. If you don't take an equal amount of the load making sure the not-fun things get done when you are home, obviously your child will prefer you, and that won't get any better. You are an TA for not wanting to leave for a week, though. There are other things that can be tried first, and the fun parent question is a good start to see where things are at. Not the asshole, never play mind games with a child. That's messed up on so many levels and cause serious issues down the road. If your wife got her way, I'd fear she'd want that to become a regular thing every time she felt slighted by you two. And what would that do? Who knows what kind of damage that would do to your little girl. Not the asshole. Your daughter would like her too, if she actually spent time bonding with her. Today she's done nothing but ignore me, and whenever she sees me do anything with our daughter, she glares at me. That's not normal, and your daughter's going to catch on and wonder, WTF is going on? Kids aren't dumb. They sense tension amongst adults. Tell your wife to stop the bullshit.